Welcome to the interim board meeting of the School District of Springfield Township. We had an executive session at 6:30 p.m. to discuss a personnel matter and a confidential student matter. And could we stand, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A reading of the mission statement. The mission of the School District of Springfield Township is to educate and develop all students as learners and citizens who are high-achieving, resilient, and responsible in a changing global community. Ms. Kerr?
Mr. Bedard?
Here.
Mr. Chapman?
Here.
Ms. Jordan?
Here.
Mr. Lapidus?
Here.
Ms. Nelson?
Here.
Mr. Ryer? Ms. Sarsfield?
Here.
Ms. Lipinski? Dr. Teretuski?
Here. Any public comments on agenda items? Okay, thank you. Reports and information, administrative reports, Dr. Hacker.
Thank you, Dr. Teretuski. First of all, I'd like to welcome the administrators who are here this evening, and thank you for being here, even though it's technically still vacation time. Thank you for coming to hear the proceedings of the board, and thank you to the board members as well. I know it's always difficult when we're not back yet into opening of the school year mode, so I appreciate your being here this evening and helping us to conduct the business which never ends for the school system. I also would like to take this opportunity to welcome what I hope will be the newest member of our administrative team, pending vote on the motion this evening, Pierre LaRocca. Welcome, Mr. LaRocca. We're grateful that you're here to hear yourself again, hopefully be approved this evening by the board members who are present. We welcome you to the School District of Springfield Township, as well as to the administrative team at the high school. I know you've hit the ground running already with Dr. Rittenhouse and Mr. Scragan. You guys already have a number of wonderful things planned for the school year, so we're happy to welcome you aboard. I also want to take this brief opportunity to give an update on our construction at the high school. There's been a lot of progress made, so I have a brief little PowerPoint. I promise, given the time, that it will be brief. I'll also be posting this tomorrow on our website so members of the community can take a look at it themselves. It's very difficult at this time to access the high school site, which is why it's important to post this on the website, because otherwise what happened to me today will happen to you. If you go walking around the site, you will find people from the construction company who approach you and tell you very quickly to get off the site or to put your safety shield vest on, which is what I was told as well. So I was very happy, I relayed this to Mr. Thorne, that we have diligent workers on our construction site who don't even let the superintendent go through. So we're very, very happy that the work is taking place and everyone's doing a good job. So Craig, before I show the pictures, I'd like you just to give a brief update if you don't mind, because I know you've been diligently overseeing what everyone has been doing. And I just want to repeat that again, because I spoke to Ken King, who was on vacation. He called me this morning and he said, please make sure you relay to the board how incredibly diligent Craig has been in terms of monitoring every single aspect of this construction project. You all know from the past couple of years how detailed this project has been in terms of not only the high school issues that are taking place within the interior walls of the high school, but the exterior as well. It's a mammoth project, and at the same time, of course, we've had issues going on in terms of the asbestos abatement at the elementary school at Antonelli, the new site of the elementary school, as well as the eventual raising of the building, which will be occurring, and we've had to get township approvals for all kinds of things, and Craig really has been incredibly on top of everything. So Craig, I just want to publicly thank you for that and for your oversight. We couldn't do it without you, and I know that your goal and the goal that you have strongly communicated to all of the workers is we are going to be ready to open that high school when the students come back, and we're going to make sure that the things that were planned to be done are going to be done. So I thank you for that.
Thank you, Dr. Hacker. Yes, every day since June, basically, even before school ended, we had contractors in the building. Currently, we have 30 to 40, up to 50 workers per day in the high school, around the high school site. What's happening now, interior, there's new lighting going up, HVAC work, wiring, data, just a whole myriad of things. General construction, new walls, new ceilings. Outside the site, if you guys drive by, you see the new roads, the new turf field, new parking lots that are going in. They're doing an outstanding job. The site guys inside are coming along as well. What we have coming up next week is all the sports camps start. So they start August 13th. So Mr. Rittenhouse, Mr. Ferrara, we've been scheduling. In fact, we have a meeting with the coaches this Thursday to go over the procedures just to get from their car basically to the fields and the field house. So no small task to avoid dump trucks and get everyone in safely, get them on the fields. So we have that planned. So we already have activity, student activity, coach activity planned for next week. The next big hurdle is all the staff comes in on the 27th before the holiday weekend, before students come. So that's our next big challenge is how do you bring the 100 staff members in safely, get them parked, get them into their areas where they want to be. So there are some of the things we've been working with the contractors, with the staff. So all in all, good project. We're moving right along. Some hurdles, some challenges, but moving right along. Same with the Antonelli site. We're meeting with the township this week to finalize the demolition permit, and we should start seeing the building come down probably next week or the week after. So everything is on schedule. We're working.
And we have sent a letter out to all of the residents in the nearby community around the Antonelli site so that they are now they've been personally apprised that the building is coming down and that we understand that with construction there are going to be some issues and that they can contact us if they have specific concerns about any of those issues. But we wanted to alert them to the fact that this is going to be taking place very shortly. So this is a picture of the Freeze lobby where we normally have our board meetings. As you can see, it looks a little bit different, hence meeting here in the middle school lobby. And again, I'm going to go through these rather quickly. This is the hallway as you leave the Freeze lobby and walk through the hall. This down at the end is one of the auditorium doors. So that's that hallway that you should all be familiar with. These are the main steps when you come in the front doors of the high school, walk up the steps, and these are the workers working there. So you can really understand once you start looking at the pictures why there really is no access permitted inside. So as you walk out the front doors, this is what you see. It's completely torn up. And then this is walking in through the hallway towards the gym, that back hallway. Again, all ripped up. If you remember, we're completely redoing locker rooms, toilet facilities, and so forth in that area, a new concession stand, fitness center. So that entire downstairs area is going to be undergoing renovations. So this is looking towards the fields, again, from the front entrance. Some of the machinery and the staging that's been set up here to get the work done. And as you can see, it really is a mess to walk around. And this is the opposite view. I was actually standing back towards where the new parking lot and entrance will be. This is looking towards the front of the school. And this is looking over towards where the gym area is. And that's, of course, where the new gym, the new auxiliary gym, is going to be built. So this shows the look right where that dirt from the previous slide ends. And this is paving for the new driveway. And right over here is the back of the stands for the stadium. So you can see it kind of comes in right towards the front of the school. Remember, one of the purposes of the new entrance into the high school was not only eliminating the concerns over traffic from 309, but actually bringing people into the front entrance of the high school, which wasn't feasible before. So, So this is another view. There we go. Looking out and seeing that straight drive along the path of the stadium. And then across the street on Paper Mill Road right there. So this shows the curving and how it curves around into what will eventually become parking lots directly in front of the school. And there are going to be cutouts within the parking lot. So these are actually two pieces of the new parking lot facility that people will have. And you're telling me and they're telling me these are going to be done, right?
Yes, they will.
Okay. All right, just another view of that straightaway of the new, brand new entrance into the school. And again, you can see where the side actually fans out into what will be the parking lot. And again, you can kind of get a better view here. Here's one area where there will be parking, the cutout, and I'm assuming these will be landscaped?
Yes.
Yes.
So lighting, landscape.
Yep. And then more of the parking lot over here. And again, what you can see is it literally brings you right around into the front entrance of the school, which will really be nice, especially when visitors come in. They're no longer going to be trying to figure out, do I go around this traffic circle in here or what do I do? And the highlight, our new turf field. And you can see how beautiful it is. The chrome rubber hasn't been put down yet, so there's a big sign on the field over here that says the field is closed. And we need that because, believe me, we have individuals who want to get on those fields as quickly as possible, and so that was the most direct way of saying, don't you dare.
Dr. Hacker from outer space. So.
And you know what? We need it from every possible vantage point. So you can see how beautiful this new field looks. It's going to be for field hockey,
Boys girls soccer,
boys-
boys lacrosse.
Okay, so a number of sports are going to be able to take advantage of that field, which is going to give them a lot of playing time. So that just gives you a very, very brief overview of the progress that we're making. I was anxious to be able to show it to you. It's really, really exciting. I know the guys at the high school are really excited as well. And I think when the staff gets back, they're really going to be pleased when they see it too.
So I hope that was worth the extra 8 or 9 minutes. And that's the end of my administrative report.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks, Dr. Hacker. Thank you, Craig, for everything that you're doing. It is busy over there. All right, new business. Number 1, personnel attachment. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the following personnel as presented in the attachment: certificated personnel, support personnel, temporary personnel, extended school year program personnel, extra pay for extra responsibilities, and conference workshop attendance. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And second?
Second.
Ms. Garrett?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Teretuski?
Aye. Number 2, high school assistant principal. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the appointment of Pierre LaRocco to the high school assistant principal position effective August 8th, 2018, at a salary of $100,000 prorated. This appointment is contingent upon Mr. LaRocco meeting all statutory requirements. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And second?
Second.
Okay. Ms. Garrett?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Teretuski?
Aye. Congratulations, Mr. LaRocco. Welcome to Springfield.
Thank you.
Number 3, behavioral and educational consulting services. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the agreement between Exceptional Connections, Inc. and Springfield Township School District as per attachment A. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Actually, I keep forgetting to ask that. Sorry. Okay, Ms. Kerr?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Teretuski?
Aye. Number 4, Rapid Recovery Backup Software, recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the agreement between Quest and Springfield Township School District for backup software for the period of July 31, 2018 through July 31, 2021 in the amount of $15,011.56. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second?
Any comments or questions? Ms. Kerr?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Teretuski?
Aye. Number 5, Scholastic Digital Products Contract, recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the contract between Springfield Township School District and Scholastic for Scholastic Go for the period August 15, 2018 through August 15, 2019 in the amount of $1,372. Is there a motion?
Motion.
A second?
Second?
Any comments or questions?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Teretuski?
Aye. Number 6, 2018-2019 enrollment contract, recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the 2018-2019 enrollment contract with Camp Hill School and the School District of Springfield Township, for the student 201-80807-01. Is there a motion?
Motion.
A second?
Second?
Any comments or questions?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Teretuski?
Aye. Number 7, Frontline Technologies Group LLC, recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the agreement with Frontline Technologies Group LLC for their My Learning Plan Professional Development Management System, MLPPDMS, and Observation and Appraisal Management System, OASIS, through the Montgomery County Intermediate Unit Number 23 Consortium from July 1, 2018 through June 30th, 2019 in the amount of $9,733.88. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second?
Any comments or questions?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Teretuski?
Aye. Number 8, Cowan Associates, Inc., recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the proposal between the School District of Springfield Township and Cowan Associates, Inc. for Phase 1 Environmental Site Assessment at the new ELC in the amount of $3,250. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second?
Any comments or questions?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Teretuski?
Aye. Number 9, Plan Con Part H, recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves Plan Con Part H project financing for the Springfield Township High School project as per the attachment B. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Any comments or questions?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Teretuski?
Aye. Number 10, IXL Learning Contract, recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves a 2-year site license between IXL Learning and the School District of Springfield Township for a math and ELA subscription for use at Springfield Township Middle School in the amount of $12,960. Is there a motion?
Motion?
A second?
Second.
Any comments or questions?
I have a question. Is this $12,960 per year or for the total contract for the 2-year? Thank you.
There's actually a discount for the 2 years. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Tereteschi?
Aye. Number 11, cooperative purchasing, recommended motion. The Board of School Directors authorizes participation in the following joint purchasing programs. Number 1, Association of Educational Purchasing Agencies. Number 2, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of General Services contracts. Number 3, Keystone Purchasing Network. Number 4, Montgomery County Intermediate Unit Cooperative Purchasing Group. Number 5, National Joint Powers Alliance. Number 6, National Buy Board Cooperative Purchasing. Number 7, National Cooperative Purchasing Alliance. Number 8, Pennsylvania Capital City Automotive and Equipment Contract. Number 9, Pennsylvania Educational Purchasing Program for Microcomputers. Number 10, Southeastern Pennsylvania Buying Group. 11, the Cooperative Purchasing Network. 12, the Interlocal Purchasing System. 13, U.S. Communities, and 14, U.S. General Services Administration Cooperative Purchasing Program. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions?
Quick question. Is there any cost to joining these?
No, actually, these programs save the board money because they are joint purchasing, which actually is taking advantage of the fact that you have power in terms of the members of the consortium groups that all join together. So the pricing generally is better the more districts that you have taking advantage. There are some that we have used in the past that are on this list. Others are new. The auditors actually recommended that we make sure that we approve all of them just in case. Strength in numbers.
Any other comments or questions?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Tereteschi?
Aye. Number 12, athletic trainer agreement. The Board of School Directors approves the athletic training agreement with Moss Rehab Einstein at Elkins Park for the high school and middle school for the 2018-2019 school year at a total base cost of $64,366. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions?
Yes, Dr. Hacker, we talked about this a little bit before. Can you just talk a little bit about the advantages of outsourcing versus having a trainer on?
Certainly. So actually, one of the disadvantages that we find in the state of Pennsylvania is not many individuals are actually certified to be athletic trainers. As Mr. Ferraro can attest, it's kind of a thankless job because you have to make yourself available at all hours in the afternoon, after school, in the evening, on the weekends. So more people want to become, like Mr. Ferraro, an athletic director who's actually an administrator and has, although not regular hours, more defined hours. And so very few people actually go for the certification. So when they can become certified and get a job with a place like Moss, then they can offer those same services to school districts. The other advantage that we have is this is one individual who covers both the middle school and the high school, so it's significantly more cost-effective for us. Plus, because it's a contract with Moss and it's outsourced, we don't have to pay a number of the fringe benefits as well, which would be exceptionally more expensive if we were to be able to hire our own person for that.
Okay, thank you.
So does the same person then cover the games or events or whatever or is it just, this is one position and you have different people
We
covering?
do have we have an athletic trainer for the middle school and for the high
For
school.
okay,
So the middle school athletic trainer will cover all their practices and games, whereas the high school athletic trainer will be available for every practice and game that the high school sponsors.
I apologize, that was my fault. I
That's
did
okay.
say one person, yes.
that's okay. Any other comments or questions?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Tereteschi?
Aye. Number 13, part-time independent contractors, 2018-2019, recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the part-time independent contractor agreements for August 27, 2018 through June 30th, 2019 for sexuality education and vision orientation and mobility services, attachment C. Is there a motion?
Motion.
A second?
Second.
Any comments or questions?
Question,
Mhm.
is this an existing contract or something new?
No, this is a contract that we renew every year, and it's really based on need of the particular special education students. Some of them require specific vision services or sexuality instruction and training, and so that's what these certified specialists are for under this contract. So it's based on whatever the students might need.
Thank you.
Any other comments, questions?
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus? Ms. Nelson? Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Tereteschi?
Aye. Number 14, laptop lease agreement. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the 3-year lease with E-Plus Group for the 800 student Chromebooks at an annual amount of $79,359.39. Is there a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Is this replacing the current Chromebooks? We're rolling over?
Yeah, if you remember, we started out with a pilot, 400 white units, that was our pilot for a year. Then it's replacing those as well as damaged or those that need to be reconditioned or put out the pasture.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments or questions? Okay.
Mr. Bedard?
Aye.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Ms. Nelson?
Aye.
Ms. Sarsfield?
Aye.
Dr. Tereteschi?
Aye. Any public comments on non-agenda items? Seeing there are none. Future meeting dates, school board meeting, August 21st, 2018, at 7 p.m. here in the middle school library. And there will be an interim board meeting Tuesday, September 4th, at 7 p.m. in the middle school library. Okay, thank you all for coming.